Hello. Okay, let's see how many people are going to get in here. Hello, everyone. I'm here. Do I have any mods in here? Jesus. Any mods? Any mods? Any mods? Good evening. Let me make sure this is turned on. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and jump right in because I'm going out later. So let me go ahead and get started. If you late, you late. This video will stay up though. It's gonna stay up. It's gonna stay up. It's gonna stay up. I promise. Now I do have a Patreon video coming up, and it's gonna be a part 2 to this video. If you're interested, there was a second interview that I just came across, and I don't have time to add it into this interview. So I will be putting my second reaction on Patreon, hopefully by this weekend. So look out for that. Thank you. Is it Maxine? Thank you, Maxine. That's really, really sweet. Okay, just give me one sec. Let me go ahead and play my intro, and then we're going to get started. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you are a Patreon member, you do get 15% off my mentoring. So if you need any type of coaching, weight loss, leveling up, and the way that let me explain how I teach leveling up over here. It's all about healing and finding balance, the importance of masculine and feminine energy, and how in order for you to be successful, you need to start with your trauma, heal your trauma, then build off of that by balancing out your masculine and your feminine energy so that you can become your best and your highest self. And leveling up includes self-esteem, confidence, all the self principles that you need in order to become your best self. Plus, eventually, I'll start rolling out how to level up financially, credit repair stuff. I want to get into that. So if you are interested, like I said, you can book a session with me. If you are a Patreon member, you get 15% off. Thank you. Okay, let's get into the intro, and then we're going to get into today's video. Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it. Cause I'm a boss.
I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Okay. So I came across this interview on Instagram, and I was like, ooh. I'm like, ooh. Respectfully. But yeah, I came across it and I'm like, ooh, Lord. But we're gonna get into it. when I do my part 2, I actually want to invite some single mothers on so you guys can weigh in on the topic, because as you all know, I do not have kids. So I have not experienced co-parenting. So I don't know what that's like. I haven't experienced co-parenting with child support. Some women out here experiencing co-parenting, but then they don't experience it with child support in the mix, which apparently, according to this woman, it makes a big difference. So please be aware that I'm going to be giving my single woman opinion, my single woman no kids opinion, if you care. Also, I don't know it all. I don't have all the answers. I feel like I got to say that because I speak so confidently when it comes to my opinions that people automatically assume that I am a know-it-all. I don't know it all. I don't have all the answers. I am not God. And to be honest, every situation is unique. Every situation is different. Every situation is special. So because of that, what I may say in this video may not resonate with you, and it may not work for you, to be honest. There's a billion people in the world. So I'm trying to figure out, where did I get this? Instagram don't want to work right now. If I find where I got this interview from, once I find out the Instagram page that I got this video from, I want to give credit to the content creator. I do apologize. I was trying to add your information into this video, but I will be leaving a link to her Instagram in the description box so that you can check out her platform. She is a smaller content creator. So she invited this woman that went viral onto her platform to do an interview. And she answered a lot of questions that a lot of us had. She also responded to the criticism that she received. So let's go ahead and get into today's video. But I wanted to start with the video where she went viral. So just give me a sec. Let me go ahead and blow it up here. Boom. Okay.
So I went to the child support office. I called the child support office today to take my. So I went to the child support office. I called the child support office today to take my son's father off of child support. My son is with him right now for spring break. It seems like we get along a lot better without that in our situation. It's always come up. So I'm like, let me see how this works when I take him off. So the thing about it is, the first thing that the lady said to me was, oh, well, you won't get benefits and you won't get this and you won't get that. Benefits? Oh, I didn't say anything about benefits. I get insurance for my son. Oh, well, I'm just saying EBT. I don't get EBT, sweetheart. See, the thing about it is it's that part right there. It's that part. Hello. Hey, how are you? Good. How you doing?
Okay, wait a minute. Thank you. Is it Tanya? Thank you, Tanya. I really do appreciate that. Because people really be thinking I know it all. Listen, I don't know it all. I think smart people know that part of being smart is not having all the answers. Part of being intelligent is not having all the answers and understanding that it's okay not to. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into today's video. So this is an interview that she did after going viral. Let's see what she has to say. And she is answering some very interesting, she's answering questions that we all had when we saw this video. I know I did. I'm like, I don't know about that, but okay, let's see.
I'm doing very well, thank you. Okay. Can you hear me good? Hello? Oh no, hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello?
Yes, do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. So I just want to say, first of all, thank you for accepting my invitation to have this conversation.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay. So before we even get started, can you just introduce yourself to everybody that's on the line?
Yes, actually, my name is Brittany, but I go by Positive Patty on all of my social media.
I think we're having some.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Oh, we were having some connection issues a little while ago. Go ahead, though.
Okay, well, we should be better now because I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. You know, I work as well, so I just got off work, and you know, now I'm in here at home with some Wi-Fi.
Okay, good.
So,
good.
anyways, my name is Brittany. I go by Positive Patty on all of my social media sites.
Okay.
I like to pretty much motivate and hopefully inspire people. Actually, with truth and honesty, I believe that is very important. I kind of try to stay away from just things that are unrealistic. So the post that I made was something that was very real. You know, a lot of women go through it. A lot of women have the same issue, men as well. So that's it.
Okay. So before we even, I just want to play this video, right? Because this is the video that has been causing a lot of controversy, some positive remarks, some negative remarks, all kinds of things that's been happening with this one video, right?
Yes.
So I want to play this video because it's important.
I decided to take my son's father off of child support because it was causing turmoil in our co-parenting relationship. Recently, you know, I looked up a few places for him to get his CDL so that he can possibly start his own trucking company, or he can even carry loads and make money for himself. What I decided was, you know what, Brittany, let me change my mindset. Let me help him help us take care of our child. And that's co-parenting.
Okay. So I posted the video. I don't remember where I found it, but I posted it. And it's at almost 1,000 and something views. And the comments and the conversations on it, negative, positive, everything that you could think of was on it. So a lot of people have a lot of questions for you. And one of the first questions that they asked was, why did you make this decision?
Listen, ladies, can we be nice in the comment section? Can we be nice in the, okay? Can we be nice in the chat box? I mean, this is another Black woman here, okay? Let's be a little nice. Now I know a lot of y'all like, ooh, girl, this ain't it. Let's hear her. Let's hear sis out first before we go in for the kill. Let's hear out, okay? Let's hear out. That's the least we can do. That is the least we can do. Let's hear out. Okay. Okay. Just calm down. I know a lot of y'all like, ooh. She said, help him, help us. He should be helping you, help him. But we're gonna get into it. Okay. This role reversal is is very prominent these days. So let's hear her out. Okay. Let's be kind and understanding. Okay. Somebody said I'm gonna put my claws away. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. We come in peace. But let's hear out. Somebody said, I mean, this is terrible. Come on. Okay, let's hear out. Let's hear out. Okay.
I made the decision pretty much because it was just the best decision for me. It's once you try everything, it's like, okay, we finally got to a point where we can actually have a conversation. So now it was just like one day I'm like, well, you know what? What is it? Like, do you hate me? And then it like went on from there. And we actually had a conversation, and really it was about child support. So I was like, okay, well, you know what? Maybe he didn't really have a fair chance. So
Okay.
Let's see if I take him off child support, like he said, what would happen? So, so that is pretty much where that's actually like how it went. So,
okay. So initially, what was your decision to put him on child support? Like, why did that happen?
Well, I actually didn't go and put him on child support. It was something that happened with the state, and that's pretty much how it happened. So,
okay. So
now I got to stop her right there. Now, where are the men? Where y'all at? They disappeared? Now, what did she just say? She said that the state, that's why I said, let's hear her out. She said the state is the one that put him on child support. So that means he wasn't doing his job. Sound like he being a deadbeat. Sound like he was being a deadbeat. That's what it sounded like. It seemed like the state thought he was being a deadbeat too. It wasn't just what we heard, what we saw. It sounded like the state felt like he wasn't doing enough. I just wanted to highlight that part. That part has to be highlighted because, yeah. But I don't think the state didn't go looking for it. The state only started looking for looking into who the daddy was because she needed benefits. She was asking for benefits. She was looking for benefits. So because of that, here we are. So the state put him on child support. She did not put him on child support. So this healing, this is her whole message is that healing co-parenting, right? Okay, how can you heal co-parenting by removing him off child support if you never put him on child support to begin with? How is it strictly your responsibility to heal co-parenting with child support when the state put him on child support? The only one that can heal really the co-parenting relationship, it really should start with him because he is the one that created a history of dysfunction when it comes to co-parenting because he didn't show up for the child and this is why the state put him on child support because he wasn't showing up financially. So let's continue.
you decided that, you guys had a conversation and you're like, okay, let me see how this go if I decide to take him off child support.
Right.
Okay. So did he come to you with the conversation or you said, you know what, like you said, I'm going to change my mindset because I want to see what happens as a result of this. But did he come to you with that?
No, he didn't come to me at all. Actually, it was a decision that I made for myself. Okay. And I felt like, you know what, this is causing it's so much drama in this. So, okay. Is it really is it benefiting me? Am I getting anything out of this? No, but my son is losing a lot out of this. So that is where that's where that decision came from.
Okay. So you said that your son was losing. Like, what was he losing?
Child support, it just, like I said, child support, it causes a lot of turmoil. So, when parents can't communicate, then the kid loses because even if it's like a visit, going over to his home, if child support comes into it and there's turmoil, we can't even we can't even come to a common ground for us to set up to mediate, for visits and things like that, then that's pretty bad. So
you guys, is there something that I'm missing here? Is there something that I'm missing? Is there something? Please don't let me be the only one here feeling like there has to be something missing. There has to be. How is this this is why I feel like it's coddling in it's muling because it wasn't her job to fix or correct. It was actually the father's job. It was the father's job to step up. It was the father's job to show up for the child financially, physically, and emotionally. It was the father's job to come to her and heal the co-parenting relationship. It was the father's job to show up in leadership with leadership qualities to fix the damage that he created. The state is who put him on child support. So I feel like he needs to take accountability for his actions or his lack of actions for him to show up for his son in the way that he needed to. And this is why I feel like we as Black women, we overstep. We overextend, and we sacrifice in hope that someone will meet us halfway. They're not meeting you halfway because you're overstepping, you're overextending. So in order for people to meet you 20%, which is bare minimum, that's all they're willing to do, you overextend and you overstep just so they can give you 20%. And that's bullshit. I said what I said. It's BS. You should actually get 100%. But you keep cutting yourself short because you're like, let me overstep, let me overextend in hopes. And I pray for the bare minimum that he will show up 20%. How is that fair to you? That's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. I don't agree with this. I don't. Respectfully, I do not agree. I don't see how she's benefiting. And to be honest, the child may be benefiting currently because the child may be able to spend quality time and things like that. But as the child grows and gets older and there are financial needs of the child, you know, when kids get older, they become more expensive. So I hope the father is showing up in a way that truly is beneficial and will continuously be beneficial for the son over time. I've been through this experience. He wasn't talking to her probably in the beginning, and she needed to prove maternity. He obviously denied the child as well as care, and she has to file involving the state. And yeah, and that's what it sounded like she did. So it's like, even, and you know what? I've seen a lot of Black women say, oh, I'm not gonna put him on child support. I'm gonna just take care of it and handle it all on my own and all by myself. It's not a badge of honor to be struggling and to always feel like all the responsibility always has to fall on your shoulders. You actually deserve to be well supported, and your children deserve to be well supported as well. Yes, kids are expensive. That's why I'm just like, I don't know. And the reason why a lot of us are concerned with her choice and decision isn't because we want to see her lose or we want to see her fail with the outcome of the situation. It's just a lot of Black women have gotten burned by overextending themselves in hopes that people give them bare minimum treatment, like 20 to 10%. And that's not fair to you. Sometimes being nice and playing it nice and playing it cool and playing it where you're so understanding is how you get taken advantage of and used. Being the nice one does not get you anywhere. These men will walk all over you for simply being nice. They will use you up, take advantage of you for being so kind, so nice, so understanding. Sometimes it takes you putting boundaries in place, asserting yourself in a way to where people need to meet you where you are. It's not the other way around. And so you're literally going backwards by trying to meet him with this whole child support situation. It's like you're backtracking just so you can meet him where he's at. No, he needs to meet you where you are. He needs to meet you where you are. It shouldn't be the other way around. That's crazy to me. Let's continue.
Okay. So you initially said something about the state deciding to put him on child support. Does that have to do something with benefits, or how did that happen?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you get any kind of benefits, insurance, or anything like that from the state, then the state automatically puts the father on child support.
Okay.
So I have our son actually, he has about 3 different therapies.
Okay.
So at the time,
the key point in this is that she never put him on child support. If he stopped coming around, that was his choice. And it sounds like he was never around to begin with. If he was around, why was she out here filing for these benefits? Come on, y'all. This is not a classic case of a bitter baby mama going out and putting a man on child support. The state did it. So that narrative needs to freaking die. And that's why I pointed it out in this interview. The state put him on child support. It was not her. It was not up to her. It was not her choice.
I was a single mom because my son's father actually got into a little situation and he was incarcerated.
Okay.
So then from, and it wasn't long, whatever, but it was still, that is pretty much how it, happened. So that's why I felt like, he didn't get a fair chance.
Oh, okay.
So.
I like that because the video is so broad, right?
Mm-hmm.
That there's a lot of pieces that were missing in between. So I'm like, you know what? Let me try to find this woman and try to understand the whole dynamics behind why she made the decision that she made. Now, I also heard a video where you're saying that, your landlord called and basically was saying,
hold on. Thank you for the super chat. Cute and anonymous. Thank you. Yes, it's all about maturity. So basically, he wasn't willing to work with her while the state had him on child support. And so I guess she was having a hard time co-parenting with him because of that situation. And so she gave in. Yes, this is a mess. This is a mess. And a lot of us saw the video go viral and we were all cringing because we all know what it's like to overextend ourselves and come up with nothing or less. And so he was incarcerated. The state put him on child support. How is this her fault? He needs to take accountability. How did he end up? I just want to know, how did he end up incarcerated? Like, I guess that was her fault too. This is crazy.
Something about, now you're going to get a trucking business and all of that kind of stuff. How did that whole conversation go?
You know what? How can I say this? Sometimes, people just overstep their boundaries and they have to be put back into, their place. So
yes,
that's pretty much how that went.
Okay. Now, in the video, you also said something about him getting his trucking license, and you're going to help him with that.
Well, actually, I think that people took that way out of context because I said that I made a suggestion to him.
Okay.
That maybe he should get his CDLs, and maybe pretty much he should invest. Okay. And I don't want to go there about his financial situation because he's good on that, but to have something to leave for your child, it was just something that I suggested.
So at no point did you think to yourself, I'm going to just go out and pay this money for him to get his CDL and all of these things?
Well, why would I do something like that?
That's what taking from it.
Oh, absolutely not. Why? I mean, why on this very beautiful green earth would I do something like that?
Sis, because in the video you said that I'm just being real, okay? Now, I didn't take it as far as I thought she was going to go pay for him to get his license or anything like that. But I mean, if you looking stuff up and you researching things and it seems like you're more knowledgeable on how he should get his license or how he can get his license. I mean, the next step after that, if you're helping him get his license, you maybe helped him financially. Some people may feel that way. Y'all, let's be nice, okay? We all make mistakes. And I hope this decision that she made, this choice that she made, I really hope that it pans out for her. But when she speaks on the history and the relationship that she has had with this man, it just seems like everything that she is trying to make it seem like she played a huge part in, She really didn't. She really didn't, unless she's leaving something out that we don't know about. I mean, he was incarcerated. The state put him on child support. How was this any of her fault? The only thing that I could truly hold her accountable for is the fact that she got pregnant by someone that was incapable of taking care of her and her child. But I mean, that happens every day. I don't understand how. No, somebody said that's not a mistake. I don't know. My mom reinforced child support when I was 13. My mom needed help. I'm 27 to this day. My dad hates my mom. Thank God for my grandparents. And that's really sad. Like, the one thing about men is that if their pockets are being drained, that affects them emotionally. And I tell you guys that all the time. I tell you guys this all the time. You need to know this now. When men are broke, it affects them emotionally. When men have money, it affects them emotionally. When they're broke, they're angry, they're miserable, they're hard to deal with. They have a poor attitude and their whole aura just sucks. This is why I will never date a broke man. It's not because I'm a gold digger. It's because I don't want to be around someone that sucks the fun out of life, because their finances are not where and it's all about where men feel like they should be. So you got to understand that now. When it comes to child support and men, you're never going to win. I'm going to tell you that now. You're never going to win. So get used to it. Okay? But a man should never bully you into taking them off child support. That don't make no damn sense. I'm telling you now. The only time men truly are happy is when they have money. See, a lot of these men want to run around town scot-free, not paying for anything, not paying for their responsibilities. They want to be able to do what they want to do with their money. That's all they care about, is how they can spend money on this and do what they want to do with their own money. They should have thought about that and went to their local pharmacy and got some damn condoms, since it's such a big deal for them. Wear a condom. But what's interesting about this conversation is men want to talk about child support and everything like that, but you got to fight them just to put on a condom. You got to fight them to wear a condom. They don't want to wear a condom, especially black men. Black men do not want to wear a condom. And our statistics when it comes to sexually transmitted diseases show that black men don't want to wear condoms. So, it's weird how they want to shift all the accountability onto women. But if these men don't want to wear condoms, I'm assuming you want to create a baby. That's the purpose of sex. The purpose of sex is to create life. That is the purpose. There's no other purpose but that. So when you, as a man, decide not to put on a condom, that is what you're signing up for. And you're also signing up for the fact that you could potentially be put on child support, whether the mother of the child does it or the state. So choose wisely. They got male birth control now. Get some birth control. You got options at this point. There's no excuse. Thank you for the super chat, you guys.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Okay, so now that this is not happening, what sort of improvements have you seen with your son's relationship with his dad, and even your own relationship with him?
Actually, let me tell you something. Beautiful things have been happening. And my son's father and I, he FaceTimed me the other night, and it was so funny because he never does that. And he pretty much acknowledged that I had went viral and stuff. And, we laughed and, we kind of talked for a minute. Everything that I asked him to do so far, he has come through and he's done it. My son spent the entire spring break with him, and his mom, which is very funny, his mom even, said, "You know what, Brittany, I'm so proud of you."
Okay.
So, it's really a healing process for everybody because, come on, let's be real. People don't like to admit that it's messy, but it gets messy.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Definitely. Now, one of the videos that I wanted to play for you, because like I said, there's a lot of criticism about the decision that you made. And there's one in particular where I don't know if you've heard this as of yet, but this is one of the critiques of what you decided to do with your own life.
black women miss the trick on is that black men already know that black women only date black men generally. So it's like I'd say it's like a 90% split. Maybe 10% might date outside, 90% only go for black men. So that means we already know your hands. So we already know, oh, you need this, you need that, you need blah, 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 blah. But actually, you're only going to date me. So me existing, I'm already good enough. Not realistically, but I mean, as in you're only going to select from me, and there's no real way I'm going to lose you because you're not going to look anywhere else.
Hey guys, I wanted to come on here because I was sent the video that's trending. It's
Cynthia G going viral.
And
have you heard this yet?
No.
Okay.
In the video, there's a black woman.
Hold on to your seats. Okay, hold on to your seats. Hold on to your seats. It's about to get a little rocky. I forgot this was in here. Hold on to your seats. Okay? Okay. And some of y'all gonna get triggered. I'm gonna tell you now. I forgot this part was in here. Some of y'all gonna get triggered. Hold on to your seats. Hold on. Hold on. Because you know a lot of people can't handle what Cynthia G gotta say. Hold on to your seats.
Who I've already identified as a black male worshiper. It didn't really take me that long. Many black women, most of them are black male worshipers. Most of them don't do any research. Most of them don't look at data. Most of them don't tell the truth. They just listen to what black men say. They listen as black men whine and cry and complain about how weak he is, about how ineffective he is, about how anyone can come remove him from his home, how he's not strong, he doesn't know how to do anything for himself, he needs a mother, he needs to be babied, he needs to be coddled, he needs to be pandered to, he needs to be protected, he needs to be provided for. And black women essentially tolerate it. They listen to this, they internalize it, they become identified with it, and they end up sacrificing themselves at the altar of black male worship.
How do you feel about that?
Okay, was she black or white?
She's black.
I feel like she definitely has some identity issues going on, and maybe she has some insecurities as well, because one thing about it is, yes, I do worship a black man because I had one. My son is going to be a black man. So for one, you know, she must not be a mother to one. Because if she was, she wouldn't say stupid stuff like that. That is very stupid what she said. Very. It has no substance to it whatsoever.
I said, hold on to the seats. I said, hold on to the seats. This woman just sat up here and said that she worships a black man because she had a son. This is what Cynthia G be talking about. This is why this entire situation is a mess. It's a mess. Like it's up from let's rewind. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. The beginning was her baby daddy was incarcerated. The state put him on child support. She was like, okay, I'm going to heal our co-parenting relationship. Maybe he can get his CDL license for him to start a trucking business or a company. I worship black men because I had a black son. This is where we are. Her response will not age well at all. So she's mothering this. Yes, she's mothering her son's father for him to show up for her son. And she worships black men. That is what she said. 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 So hopefully you guys send Cynthia G this video. I don't even know if Cynthia G knows that this interview exists, because I was digging and somehow I stumbled across this interview. And the interviewee, she thinks she's slick, but I knew why she did what she did. But you know what? She gave us exactly what we wanted. She gave us exactly what we wanted. This is a classic case of a black woman who has a black son, and she's taking on the identity of black male worshiping. She talks about this all the time. So hopefully you guys send her this Cynthia G this video so that she can react to it on her channel. And I'll make sure to put the link in my description box for the Instagram handle. I just can't find it right now because I don't know if Instagram is down or what's going on. But woo, Cynthia G gonna have a field day with this one. You know, I know she gonna have something to say. But let's continue. Let's continue.
So you know what? I'm not bothered.
You said you're not bothered by it?
I'm not bothered by that, no.
Okay.
Because I hope she gets the help that she needs.
Because what she was trying to say is that because the video was so broad, people took whatever they wanted to take from it. There was no in between as to, you know, why you actually made the decision that you made. And I always say to people that there's always something else to a story. It's never like, there's always something else that's going on. So that's why I wanted to talk to you, because I'm like, there are a lot of black men who are actually clapping without even knowing the whole story, that you made that decision. And there were a lot of black men on the post, some of whom are on child support, some of whom are on child support because of spite, some of who are on there because they don't do what they're supposed to do. And they were rooting for you because it's like, okay, another black woman understand what it means to have a man on child support.
And I do. I work for DCF. I work for the system. I am a child welfare case manager. I have a lot of experience. I am a social worker. I have a degree. So I've worked with families every day. You know, I can come from a professional standpoint as well as a personal standpoint and make a sound decision and say that sometimes you have to think outside of the box.
Yeah,
and you have to do whatever it's going to take for your child, because once you take the money out of it, then there's other ways for you to provide. I feel like my video should have.
Now, did you just wait a minute? Did you just hear what she said? Now, I'm an analyzer, okay? I'm an analyzer. Let's rewind. We got to rewind it back because otherwise you're going to miss it. Let's rewind. Hold on. Let me see.
Hey, you know, I can come from a professional standpoint as well as a personal standpoint and make a sound decision and say that sometimes you have to think outside of the box. And you have to do whatever it's going to take for your child, because once you take the money out of it,
hold on, give me a sec.
For your child, because once you take the money out of it, for your child, because once you take the money out of it.
Oh my gosh. It takes money, y'all. Where are the mothers? Where are the mothers? Because I know I'm not crazy. Now, I know a lot of y'all feel like this ain't my subject to speak on, but one thing that I do know is that it takes money to raise a child. Am I correct? I mean, we can all agree on that. Black women are the only women out here that feel like money is not priority. I need Black women to understand that money is a priority because it is a resource that you need in order to live in this world. Now, the more money you have, the better. The less money you have, the worse off you are. That is just how the world is. We didn't make up the rules. So trying to make it seem like, and this is that black male worshiping mentality, trying to make it seem like money is not a big deal. It is. What do you mean? Nobody walking this earth will ever make me feel bad about wanting more money. You need more money. You can always, and listen, I'm not saying that if you get more money, your problems or you won't have any problems. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you will be able to live a more comfortable life. Everyone knows that. So her son really isn't living the most comfortable life financially because his father, she's saying, money is not really needed. Since when? Y'all, I know we can't save all Black women, but come on, you need money. Even the state said you needed money. That's why they put the man on child support to begin with. I want better for us, but we got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. We have to stop doing that.
Then there's other ways for you to provide. I feel like my video should have been very empowering, especially to women, because for one, child support has a hold on you. Yeah. If anyone's ever, dealt with the child support, you have to go to court days, you have to do this to that for a change. Because for one, you have bills to pay. Yeah. You have other bills. That child support check is not paying that much. So if me and my son's father can work something out where he's going to take care.
Say that last part again. Your internet went in and out.
I said if we can come to a common ground where we can take care of our kid, and we can do that. Okay.
I mean, when it comes to this whole child support issue, initially, if nobody knows, child support was started for white women back in the 1800s, and then gradually it started getting towards Black men because the whole welfare system came around and Black men weren't in the homes, and the welfare system was basically how to keep them out. So what they do is that if you're on some type of state assistance, then they put that father on child support so that he could pay that money back. And that's how the whole system of this child support came around for Black men. But that's not what it started for. It was for white women.
Okay, I didn't know that. To be honest, I didn't know, and I don't care. My whole thing is, what is going to work for me in my situation. Yes. And in my situation, I'm doing very well right now. Getting myself back together emotionally, and mentally, and and that is what it's about. It's about moving forward and growing. How did
you process the whole? Because you said you're getting yourself back emotionally. Did you go to therapy? Like, how did you process putting all of your emotions in a box and saying, you know what, let me do what's the bigger picture here is my son having this relationship with his dad. Like, how did you do all of that?
Yes, I went to therapy. I practice self-care. I meditate, I do affirmations, and it's because, it wasn't just because of child support. For one, let me clarify this. Child support was just one stressor, but like I said, I'm a child welfare case manager. So my job is tough enough. So I have to maintain a work-life balance. So in order for me to do that, I need to lower all of my stress levels. So that is why child support is very minute. And don't get me wrong, I'm a go-getter as well. So if I can take that stress out, then I can put that energy into something else more productive and be making my own cash.
I hear you. I think we do the same kind of work. And I'm totally understanding exactly what you're saying, right? Because in the field that we're in, that stress is a lot. So you try to do everything around you to just, you know what, let me take all of this.
You guys, I am stressed. I'm stressed because I used to have this mindset, I used to have this mindset, but I had to let this mindset go because it will put you in an early grave. Seriously, trying to be Superwoman, trying to overextend, trying to be lenient, trying to be understanding. And everyone is pulling you in 20 different directions because they really expect for you to meet all of these requirements and expectations while giving you nothing in return. And so you have all of these energy vampires leeching off of you, just leeching, not giving you nothing back. They just taking, and you just keep on, keep on. And nobody is actually asking, like, do you need help? Is there anything that I can help you with? Or they don't care. They just gonna keep taking. And you're gonna keep allowing them to, because you got your own money. You can get your own paper. That's great. But you didn't lay down and create that child by yourself. It takes two to create a baby. It takes two. So it sounds like she's being the backbone. And of course, her son's father's mother is proud of her, right? Because that's what his mama did. And I told y'all, taking advice from that older generation of women is going to set you up to fail, because they don't know no better. All they know is to be the backbone. All they know is to be the sacrificial lamb of the family, just to keep it afloat. And then you get drained and you get you're spread thin in order to accommodate these people. And you're not even happy. This is very depressing. I feel bad for her. I'm not gonna make fun of her or her situation. This is actually sad. And if you're watching this, I really hope that you grow out of this mentality, because you don't win anything. Nothing. And my favorite, people are not appreciative of the sacrifices that you make. And that's why you don't win anything. People are not appreciative. And Black women, I need you to understand that. People don't give a damn about how you were willing to sacrifice this or you were willing to sacrifice that. Hell, some of your kids don't even give a damn. So it's okay at times to choose yourself. It's okay. Because she could apply the same mentality in reverse by putting herself first in order to heal her co-parenting. She could do that, but she wants to do it this other way. And, I hope it really works out for her. I do. Support was for her son. Like, she made it about the father. Right. She made it about the father who lacked responsibility. Why is she more concerned with him than for the betterment of her son? She's obviously still has feelings for him. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But like I said, she could have did this in reverse, put herself first so that she could be a better mother for her son, to where she could have a better co-parenting relationship with her son's father. But she felt like this was the only way that she could do it. And then the state is who put him on child support. So they felt like he wasn't doing enough. How could he if he was incarcerated? Which is still not her responsibility. But she wants to make the sacrifices, and I hope it works out for her. I really do. I really hope it works out. And then, is it shocking that all of these men were praising her for her decision? I mean, think about it. It kind of reminds me of how boys are raised in the home versus how girls are raised in the home. They get on us about cleaning the kitchen, doing the laundry, cleaning the bathroom, and who gets to run off scot-free and have no responsibility? The boys in the home. It's the same thing. She's stuck with everything. It's crazy. We have to break the cycle, you guys. We have to break the cycle. And that may mean standing your ground, creating a boundary, and people need to respect it. It's very simple. It is very simple. But you fold in on yourself, it's only hurting you. It's not hurting them, it's hurting you.
Off of me, so I don't have to deal with it. Some of the women said, oh, she's doing this for clout. In our West Indian terms, you're a yamhead, which means that a woman who takes care of a man, helping a man take care of his child. Those are some of the comments that some of the women posted as well. How do you feel about that?
I said help us take care of our child. So us was the second part. And
Okay.
for one, I don't know how people got that perception, but I've never taken care of a man,
Okay.
and I don't do it now. And in fact, when my son's father and I was together, he took care of us, and which is another reason why.
There are multiple ways you take care of a man. Okay. And let me break this down. By you not holding him accountable or responsible, that's you taking care of him. Okay. I used to do it. I had a younger brother, and in the summertime, sometimes I would do his chores. Because I was tired of stressing about asking him, did you get this done? Did you get this done? So you know what? I would just step in like a mule and clean it my damn self. So I took care of my brother by doing that. You're taking care of a man by doing that. You are taking care of a man by doing that. You're taking care of a man by taking the accountability and the responsibility off of him completely. That's taking care of a man. It's not always, oh, I was giving him money, I was paying for this, I was paying for that. You not holding a man accountable, you not really expecting him to follow through with his responsibilities is you taking care of a man. Point blank, period. He's not, and then it's really not your place as a man. It's not as a woman, it's not your place to help a man help you. It's the other way around. This is crazy.
Which is another reason why I'm able to make this decision, because I know who he was before this.
I love it. I love it. I'm gonna take my hat off to you. Now that we're aware of the full story, because you have made a decision that a lot of women want to, but don't, for whatever reason. And now you basically said that it's been a curse, a blessing and a curse to go viral. Can you talk a little bit about that?
I think that a lot of people probably misunderstood and came up with their own assumptions, like you said, about what was, what I said in the video, because it was vague, so they probably thought, whatever. But it's one of those things where, when you get hot on social media, people see you.
Yeah.
Around, they see you, come on, people are watching probably, and people are probably like, there's 8 views, but I'm sure that there's a party going on in my neighborhood and everybody's watching.
There's more people on there,
yeah. We have, so people come up with their own, they wait for stuff to happen, and they come up with their own, the positivity, they can't see it.
Yeah.
So, and then another thing, a lot of women thought that, oh, well, she's, I guess men worshiping, when I'm really like I'm a feminist for one. Okay. And I believe in women empowerment and everything. So, I'm always going to pull my girls up. But let me tell you one thing. I believe that as far as it goes with my...
You guys, earlier in this video, didn't she say she worshiped black men because she had a black son? She said she worshiped black men because she had a black son. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like it's weird to worship flesh. I think it's weird to worship flesh. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, I don't feel like men should worship women, and I don't feel like women should worship men. I think that's very strange. I don't think anyone should be worshiping flesh. That's just me.
My girls, sometimes, we have to start making decisions for ourselves.
Yeah, definitely.
We have to, it's too many of us who have mental illness is very huge in Black women. Depression is very huge in Black women.
Yeah.
And that's something that we can't ignore. You know, the pandemic brought that out. It exacerbated the whole situation.
Yes.
And, you know, it's postpartum. A lot of people, what is it? Just a lot of things that, you know, that affect stress. Your level of stress is affected by. So as Black women, you know, sometimes we have to go through our life with like a fine-tooth comb and say, you know what, what can I eliminate that is not serving me?
Yeah.
Because I'm a queen, and if it's not serving me, then it doesn't need to be in my life. Let me take this out.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. What is some advice that you would want to give to another woman who is struggling with this same issue?
Listen, a person is going, you cannot make someone take care of their child. You cannot, and I'm saying this from a professional standpoint and from a personal standpoint. I work with people every day who I get their case, and the father will not even, he said, gives up his rights. He doesn't even want to comply whatsoever. So, you know, if that is not my advice would be to let it go. Let it go.
Okay.
If it's not serving you, like I said, let it go.
Okay.
Who cares what they say? Let it go.
Yeah. You know, like I said, you got a lot of support. And I think what it is with, there was another post that I was looking at.
You guys, I have a serious question. It don't sound like this man is taking care of his son financially, or is it just me? Is it just me? I don't feel like she's requiring him to take care of her son financially just so he can spend time with his son, just so her son can spend time with him. It's almost like she has alleviated any financial responsibility just so he will spend time with their son. That's what it sounds like to me. Thank you for the super chat. Am I crazy? And let me explain. It seems like he's weaponizing. Well, he's manipulating her. This is what it seems like. It seems like he's weaponizing her by using the fact that he was on child support and using that as a scapegoat to get out of spending quality time with the son. And so they came to some type of agreement that, okay, well, since you want to spend quality time with your son, maybe we can come to agreement. I'll take you off child support. And so now that he's off child support, he wants to be active. Is that what I'm getting here? Wait, I need someone to verify this story. It's not making sense. That's why I'm like, what? It's not making sense. She took him off child support. Now he's taking his kid all spring break. She needed state help, but he was taking care of them. The mother is praising her. Yeah. Y'all. And to the women that don't have any children, please gatekeep your womb. You do not want to be in no situation like this. This is draining. I mean, dang, I'm just experiencing this by listening to her story, and I'm tired. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know about this, y'all. I don't know.
And I was reading a lot of the comments from the men. And a lot of our Black men, unfortunately, don't understand how child support is calculated, right? They just go to court by themselves, willy-nilly, stand there in front of a judge, and you're told, this is when you see your child, this is how much you pay. And they leave it like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our Black men aren't educated on the fact that child support is basically calculated by the amount of money you make, if the amount of time you spend with your child, if you pay insurance, and that's it. There's nothing else to it. But a lot of the guys on the post was basically like, yo, where can I find this woman? Like, I need this type of
that post was not for deadbeats, because I am not listen, no, I don't even do the deadbeats. That post was not for deadbeats. If you are a deadbeat and you don't want to take care of your child, then shame on you.
Yes.
And I would say to any woman, you know, leave that man alone.
Yes.
Go ahead and let it rack up on him. Let it stack up on him. If he's not taking care of that child, if he's not coming over, because effort matters.
Yes.
Effort matters. Don't make this decision in a sound mind. Because if he's not putting in any effort, why not? Why?
I need her to give me a definition of what a deadbeat is to her, because sis got me confused, y'all. I'm confused. Am I the only one that's confused? Because to me, a deadbeat is someone that doesn't show up emotionally, financially, mentally, and spiritually for their child. It's not just quality time. It's a debt or physically being there. It's not showing up physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. In order for you to nurture a child as a parent, you have to show up mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Right? Is that not how you raise a child? Because you have to nurture these aspects of that child in order for them to grow in a balanced manner. Am I crazy, y'all? And I'm very confused. I'm very confused. This is why I don't have no kids, because I need for any man that I ever procreate with, I need him to understand that you got to show up in 4 ways. You can't just show up one way. You can't just show up physically and then not show up emotionally. You can't just show up emotionally and then not show up physically. You can't just show up physically but then not financially. Is that not how you raise a child? And then if you have a child, they need to be spiritually fed. They do. They need to be spiritually nurtured. It's important. Am I crazy? Isn't this why we baptize kids? I'm stressed. I'm stressed, y'all. I'm very stressed.
Don't even bother. Let it rack up.
Definitely. Have you noticed a change, like in your son? Now that he's able to, be with dad and be free and they're able to spend their time together. Have you noticed any changes in him?
Okay, so he's always been able to spend time with him.
Okay.
So that's nothing that child support was holding up. He's always been able to spend time with his dad whenever he wants to, whenever his dad wanted him. Okay. The problem was anyways, he's always been able to. So but now that he can see me and his dad actually getting along. Mm-hmm. That's the part right there.
Okay.
So my son said to me one day, "Mommy, I love my dad. I love my daddy too." And I was like,
wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And sometimes a kid won't just come to you and say, "Hey, I want to go with my dad," because they heard you arguing. Even when you try to keep that away, kids have feelings. They have senses as well. They know when something is going on.
Yeah.
And they love both parents. So now he's just like, he's definitely a better, he knows that I call his dad because we used to not communicate whatsoever. His house was his house, mine was mine. But now, I call his dad, hey, and his dad will get on him. Don't disrespect your mom. Don't talk to your mom like that. Do what she tell you to do. And that's the part right there. That is why we're doing this.
The co-parenting part.
The co-parenting part.
Co-parenting part. Definitely. I actually appreciate you for even accepting to have this conversation. I post a lot of things on my Instagram and I have a lot of conversations with people all the time. And this child support is actually one of those major things that men always want to talk about. Yeah. Because they experience it. The co-parenting also is another thing because a lot of men struggle with that, because you know the bitter baby mama syndrome and the
Right.
deadbeat daddy syndrome and all of that. So I'm grateful to you for even accepting to talk with me. And I'm definitely going to leave this video here. I'm going to share it on my YouTube as well, because I think it's important. As one of the commenters said, that there just wasn't enough information for the comments that were being thrown left and right. So that's why I basically wanted to talk with you, because I'm like, there's more, there has to be more. So I'm thankful that you agreed to have the conversation.
And thank you for having me.
I totally love it, because like I said, I post a lot of stuff and I want to talk to people that I'm posting these things, because I want to hear the backstory. So I thank you for giving us the backstory, so that now people are like, oh, okay, I get it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys. Bye. See y'all Wednesday.
Well, yeah. Y'all, I'm stressed. Okay. I'm confused. I don't know about y'all. Very confused. But yes, the interviewee the interviewer, am I saying it right? She did a great job, because she definitely asked questions that we all wanted to know. And to be honest, the situation just don't make sense. I'm going to send her some good energy and hope that this all works out in her favor for real, because I don't see it working out. I see her doing more work and just doing too much over. I don't like it when I see, the issue that I have is I don't like it when I see Black women overextending themselves, using their mental, emotional, and physical state as a sacrificial lamb to make it work with someone that is not even wanting to meet them halfway. I think that's what the issue is. It's not that it really doesn't have anything to do with child support. You know, I think it's fair that if a man is showing up emotionally, financially, mentally, spiritually, and physically in a child's life, and maybe he wasn't doing that in the beginning, but he's been consistent with showing up in all of those ways for, you know, maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years, something like that, and then you decide to take him off child support because you guys are in a better place than where you guys first started. I can understand why you want to take them off child support, but to be honest, if a man is showing up in that way, I don't think he would be bothered by being on child support, because he wants to show up for that child in that way. And if it's on child support, it's on child support. If it's not on child support, then it's not on child support. I really think it takes the responsibility off men again. And women are doing the emotional labor when it comes to raising children. Women are doing the spiritual labor when it comes to raising children, the physical labor. And when I mean physical labor, the day-to-day raising a child, waking them up in the morning, fixing them breakfast, getting them ready for school, dropping them off at school, picking them up from school, making their dinner, preparing them for bed, getting them a bath, reading them a bedtime story. Women do a lot of the physical laboring, the day-to-day laboring, even in co-parenting relationships. And so I think it's very taxing on the woman to show up in all of those ways just for a man to give you and your child the bare minimum. And really, it's your child. It's not even you. If you take yourself out of the mix, they're really giving the child bare minimum. And I guess she's okay with him not showing up financially because he's finally spending the quality time that maybe he never got in the beginning. But again, I feel like that's a reflection of the father's own doing. I don't feel like that's her responsibility. So that's really all that I have regarding this video, you guys. Yes, I want to do a video on Ari So I'm going to be working on that this weekend. And my next video is actually doing a part 2 to this video because she did 2 separate interviews. And I'm trying to really understand her. You know, I'm trying to be on her side, but it's kind of hard because some of the stuff she's saying is just like, girl, that don't make sense. So I will be reacting to a different interview that she did with 2 other women. And it was on Instagram Live. But you guys should definitely send this to Cynthia G. I will try to find this woman's Instagram and leave a link in my description box so that Cynthia G can do a reaction on her channel. And really, she only has to react to just that part. But I will leave a link in the description box. But on that note, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. And I will see you guys sometime this weekend. Today is Thursday. Most likely it will be either Saturday or Sunday. And I'm going to be bringing either the Ari Fletcher video or I will be bringing the part 2 to this video with the second interview. So please give this video a thumbs up, you guys. I would really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys sometime this weekend. Bye.